Hello friends, how are you this Thanksgiving week? I've done all of my most of my shopping. I still have a couple of things I gotta get, and tomorrow is going to be the apple cheesecake bar spell, and I have put it into the Book of Shadows. However, we'll go over that when I post that video. So anyway, I finished the Kitchen Witchery pages. I think I'll do one of these catered to maybe each season. So this one I just put in a little piece of doily with some papers. This was a tag that out of one of the 12 by 12 paper packs. Here's a little piece of shiny ribbon because you know I gotta add a little bling somewhere. And this is just a little piece of dictionary page. And then some ideas to use magic in your cooking, like adding in ingredients that correspond to the energy that you want to bring in, or picking in a totally preformed recipe, or writing a recipe that would be aligned with what your wishes are. Tea or soup magic. You could add sigils or runes to doughs and crusts. Use seasonal foods as a way to acknowledge the passing of the wheel of the year. Create a kitchen altar to help infuse intentions into your culinary masterpieces. And enchant your kitchen tools to behave to your needs, like enchanting a rolling pin so that your crusts don't crack. This is something else that you can do. You can burnish or burn. I have one of those burning tools. Scribe some kitchen witchery into some wooden utensils and things. I love that autumn witch. Isn't she pretty? Oh, so tailor recipes to magical need, or swap your ingredient out. You know what? It's your spell. You write it. Yes. Here's some antique book page. An antique recipe book that I had. You flip it, and here's kind of a nod to one half of my heritage. This, I envision with this picture, my ancestors that came over to Virginia, and then went on to like sign the Declaration of Independence and all that stuff. So I wanted to add that in there. And autumn food favorites, which we can stick in, you know, traditional recipes or things that we want to do in the autumn. Here is an image of that traditional kitchen witch, Norwegian kitchen witch. I don't know where that came from, or if I should have done the research, I guess. Due diligence, Deb, due diligence. I don't know where the Norwegian kitchen witch came from, but my mom had one, so I wanted to put her in there. Yeah, she is, she looks, I don't know, her face bothers me. I don't know why. So just some nice images and bees. I love bees. I do a lot with bees just for prosperity and hard work and resourcefulness and community, that type of thing. And then down bottom I just put some autumn leaves. Put a piece of coffee dyed paper in here and just leave it for further writing. Oh, and I forgot to show you what's in the envelope. Is a turkey. This is out of that same cookbook. It must have been circa 1960s. I'll have to look it up and get back to you. But it tells you how to carve a turkey. And in here I just have some herbal correspondences, spices for autumn, some foods, you know, that we traditionally eat. So, and I just did some stamping, and this is a piece of fabric I had. These came from like Dollar Tree, the little beads that you can, half bead that you can pop on there. And I also did some stamping, obviously, in this. I'm not very good at this showing people what I've done thing. I'm still new. Still new at it after how many years have I been on YouTube? Oh my goodness, quite a few. I wanted to bring an herbal page in because herbs are so much of my practice. And I liked that stamp. Some of the ideas are enchant a fruit bowl to keep the fruit fresh longer. Embroider magical sigils into linens, such as the back of a tablecloth or the back of a curtain. Something like that. A hand towel. Dish towels to make sure you kill all your bacteria. You can enchant that. Another one I found, I loved this, was use a piece of chalk to write on the bottom of my Pampered Chef stoneware that I use so much. I love that. And then, you know, it bakes right into whatever you're doing. And then some stones that I like to keep in the kitchen. This is obviously protection. This is amplification and purification. Absorbing any negative emotions or things in the food. And this as well, I think of this as more people, and this is more things. So black tourmaline for people and obsidian for things. And then a green adventuring is great for prosperity and bringing things to you. So whatever you're stirring into your magic, into your cauldron, the green adventuring will amplify that energy with the selenite and draw it to you. So that's what I love that for. And then kitchen energies to use and call in is the Brigid, the Kaliak, Bess, the Lars, Juno, Frigg, Caragrin, Frau Birchta, and Basset are all deities that I would call in, or energies that I would call in, work with during this time of year in the kitchen. And here's just a picture of Kitchen Witchery. I love her and her apple. So I wanted to put a reminder that not all Kitchen Witchery has to be positive. If you need to, you know. Here is, and look at this. I totally freaking misspelled correspondences. So I might fix that and just redo the key. In fact, I might put a real key in there. I have several of the antique keys that I have collected. And these are the paint chips for my new kitchen. Bob and I are going to have an argument over this. Not a real argument, but like a tiff, because I want these colors and he's not going to want them because they're too dark. Here's the thing, he wants everything light and bright, and you know, I say put in more running lights or whatever, you know, whatever. So anyway, I cut those like that. These have crystals in autumn, autumnal lords and ladies, favorite activities for our family and the things that we like to do. So for crystals in autumn, I picked moonstone, citrine, black tourmaline, carnelian, obsidian, green adventurine, even tiger's eye. I love using in the autumn, as well as pictured jasper. That always reminds me of autumnal feelings for me. Some things that I associate with the fall is adulthood and maturity, late mother, early crone, giving thanks for blessings that we've harvested this year and things like that. And the cornucopia is big on this time of year with all the harvesting. Favorite activities for our family, we like to go apple picking every year. We didn't this year and it felt weird to me. We always used to go apple picking, get fudge, apple donuts, pick out a Yankee candle. So foliage peeping, we're about a half hour from the mountains, the White Mountains of New Hampshire. So we always like to go up to Franconia Notch and the Basin and Lost River Valley. Look all that up in New Hampshire. It's absolutely beautiful up there. And that's one of my favorite things to do in the fall, is to go up and peep the foliage. And we didn't get to do that this year, or get our pumpkins, or go on a corn maze. We haven't even been on a walking trail. But we did go to King Richard's Fair, and that was super, super, super fun. I should have done a vlog. I definitely will next year. So that's some of our favorite activities. And the lords and ladies, I mean, that's really specific as well to each person. But some of them I wrote down was Bamtha. I don't know if that is how you pronounce the name. Autumnus. The Corn Mother is Native Americans here in New Hampshire honor the Corn Mother. Persephone and Demeter. Isis, Lu, Osiris, and Parvati. So those, I have those on those cards. And I've cut them so you can just see, you know. And then like a big Dubba. I forgot to do this. I'm going to redo that. It's bugging me, so now I can't leave it. So that was that page. And then one of, I loved this serving girl. I found it in a drawing book. I did not draw this myself. Oh no, I am not that good. I aspire to be that good. And I just liked how the lace kind of peeked from behind, and then I married it in with this here, and a little nod to Thanksgiving. The woman in the painting is feeding her children. This is from a famous art book that I got, and it was a coffee table book. The art is beautiful, but I don't want it around to have to dust. So I did do a page for this week's prompt in my spell book as well, because I have the apple cheesecake bars in here with a the spell, the actual spell with the runes and everything. So we'll go over that when I film that with the recipe. And then on this side, see this came from an actual 1943's September 1943 Woman's Day magazine that sold for 2 cents, and it was the war year one, so it's all about women, empowering women at home to help with the war and stuff like that. And here she is in her apron drinking cola, right? And I underlined a breathing spell, so when she gets a second away from the kids and the housework and making all the life pristine in her home life, right? That's what the 50s women used to do. My mom, anyway, looked like this. She used to mop her floor every day before my dad got home, and make sure her makeup was good and all that. Anyway, I wanted to put that in there. I am not one of those women. Bob knows. Some days I'm a mess, but I always love him, so that's all that counts. So this was super cute. This was taken out of a little children's book, and it's Autumn Abundance Bread, and it's just a recipe for bread. I don't know if I'll have time to film this one, but it has some rosemary, oregano, and garlic, black pepper for abundance and like bringing things to you. I'm trying to work it. So see the little cracks and things in the old paper. I'd like to make it look more like leather. I think that would be neat, and maybe put, I don't know, something around the edge of it. But and then I have a little bookmark that has a squirrel and some green acorns, and that was just made out of book page, and a paper clip so he can sit on there, and some kitchen witchery, gods, goddesses, stones, which we already saw in the other one. This is the family protection room that I created for 2023. So what I'll do is put that rune on either the pan or draw it into like the foil over the pan, or I'll draw it directly on the pan underneath, or something in the dough, something. It's going in everything that I'm cooking. So that was so you could see that better. And that's it. I loved doing this one. It was super fun. It was very collagey. My Grimoire or Book of Shadows, I guess there is a difference. So this would probably be more of a grimoire, right? Because it's stuff that's not going to really change in my practice too much. I could add tip-ins or whatever. So anyway, I will see you tomorrow when I do my caramel apple cheesecake bars for prosperity, abundance, and protection for Thanksgiving. I can't wait. They're going to be delicious, and I will see you then. So as always, until next time, I'm wishing you many blessings. Bye-bye. So I added more stuff. And I added this little booklet with baneful herbs. I have a whole list of baneful herbs and what they're used for in here. Never for ingestion, only for magical purposes. Remember that. And this was it got oversprayed too much, but it's an Undertaker card with lilies. I thought that was appropriate. And I added some of this stuff. The liquid pearls. I might embellish a little bit more. I was thinking of doing the top of the tags with some pearls too. That would be cute. And I found this in an old magazine that I bought, and it's got that, you know, the lick and stick on the back from the 70s. But are you dull and dingy? Take acid. Hallucinations, nostalgic memories, psychedelic flashing lights, LSD pills. Oh my God. That's okay. So about to blow your mind. So I thought that's very much a baneful thing. So anyway, I figured I'd stick that in there. And yeah, so that's what I've done to that page, or redone to that page so far. I'm sure by the time we do a walkthrough, it'll change again. So I'm always adding stuff, just like everybody, I guess. All right, so that's it for now.